Introduced to females that have never spoken or met to each other, but both have had to deal with Mr. UK TikTok official.
I like TikTok, so I was like, oh, he could be famous.
Right.
Bit of a clout chaser. But no, famous for all the wrong reasons. Famous for all the wrong reasons. So my first thing was, you're set up in front of a kid's bouncy castle. Move your life. Why are they calling you a nonce? Because you're set up in front of a kid's bouncy castle that's in the water. It's not even just a bouncy castle on the normal. Like,
so they have bathing suits on.
Yeah.
So they have bathing suits
all
on.
bathing suits. So then he moved. He was like, "Oh my god, thank you so much for telling me." Like, acted oblivious. I still gave him the benefit of the doubt. Went live.
Because you have a good heart.
Honestly, girl, I felt so sorry for him, right? And I've got an Airbnb, so I mentioned it to him, gave him my number. I was like, if you're ever stuck, la-di-da-di-da. That was grand. Came on live. Everyone came into my chat like you. I wasn't reading it, and then I was like, right, I have to. They kept saying, "Rise Vegas, rise Vegas, rise Vegas." So I rose him. I listened to him, and everything made sense. Like, everything made sense. Then next thing, he was like, "Oh, people think he's telling people you're together, or that, like, I don't know if he was saying we were together or there was a bit more rather than a friendship." He was making it that, like, it was a bit more. So people were already insinuating that I was his new girlfriend. Then between two people that he didn't even know that were trolling him. They weren't trolling him, but they were, if you get me. He started saying disgusting things about me. And it got leaked online, like, that he wasn't gonna, he didn't, like, say, like, a boy joke, like, "Oh, I'm gonna F her, like, you know, I'm gonna try to F her, or I'm gonna try to get with her." No, he was like, I'm gonna do this, and she wants me, and she this, and she the. I was like, dirty boy. So I confronted him, and I was like, after all the help I've done, and I've tried to help you in so many ways. I've told you, come off live, don't be torturing yourself. I didn't give him the room because my gut feeling, I will always go with my gut feeling, and I just didn't feel like, me being a single mom out here, I didn't feel like it was safe.
Right.
So I kept telling him, like, "Oh, someone's looking at the room, and yeah, afterwards I then found out that he'd been telling everyone, like, "Oh, I'm going to be getting my Airbnb later," but that was my one, which I never ended up giving him.
Right.
And yeah, he ended up saying them things because he said I moved with Vegas. He rang me whenever the messages, he knew that I confronted him. I was like, "Why would you say that?" And he rang me. I recorded the call, and he basically lied.
Like, you're even if it's not friendly, but in a nice way, you know what I'm saying? Like a respectful way, and you have to be that way towards him, or he will take one little inch of your being nice and run with it, and that's not what it is. So I don't know why he hasn't blocked me. I woke up with 11 messages from him on TikTok. One of them was an email trying to prove to me that he got somebody arrested. I can't remember who it was. Vegas, was it you or was it Kevo that he got arrested? That'd be you.
Did you see what he was doing with the whole Aor thing? He had Aor's logo. He was battling Aor, making out that people were thinking obviously it was Aor because of the logo. That's a scam in itself. That's a sick thing to do. It's like, what? Like, that man. So he blocked me, but because he knew, so straight away I confronted him. He was like, "I'm sorry, apologize. I have it all. Apologized, got really flustered, lied so much. Was like, "Oh, you're probably going to block me," but then blocked me. Like, he blocked me. So I was like, that's obviously because you're feeling guilty, and you're feeling like you don't want to say anything.
Or he's feeling like you know something that other people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I did all of my little bits. Now, I never exposed him fully because I feel like Vegas and all them were doing their job good enough that my little bit of evidence, I didn't let. They saved me before it got too far. Put it to you that way. I could have easily have let him stay in the Airbnb, just out of the goodness of my heart and not wanting him to be out on the street.
Right. But yep.
He says I'm nasty because whenever all of this happened and I realized I was blocked, I was like, he'd want to stop with this because if I see him, I might go and egg him and get my water gun and squirt him with the water gun. But I was joking. Like, I could have went. I know this island like the back of my hand. I'm here 10 years. But I never even told anyone where he was. I never gave his number out. I have all his phone numbers. I never gave any of them out. Like, Vegas, you can even vouch for that. Like, I've always tried to keep it like, not like I'm attacking, but he's turned on me, like, and he's been really, really vile about me. So, girl, I understand when it comes to I don't get the whole harassment. 11 messages is a bit much.